But you may watch this recorded, and the question is, what do you do when disappointment wants to like shut you down? What do you do when disappointment just creeps up on you, and the next thing you know, you're looking at procrastination? What do you do when disappointment wants to take you out for the count? Wow. I was thinking about that because we all go through disappointments, right? And like I was just reading an old blog, and it reminded me of when disappointment tackled me down and I didn't even want to have a voice. Disappointment was so prevalent with what I was going through. It wasn't regret, it was just disappointment. And so often those things shut us down, especially our voice. Very passionate for you. Because see, I believe live or recorded, I just really know that you have a voice. You have something that's so extraordinary, because God's putting his extra to what you think is ordinary. That you have like a solution to someone's pain point. I can remember, as I was saying, this time where disappointment, I was reading a journal, and it said, the very thing it said, I've lost my voice. It was a time when I was letting offense come in. I was offended because someone was offending my husband. I let that offense turn into bitterness, which turned into, I guess you could say, even anger. All of that did was shut me down to the next thing I know, I'm in this whirlwind of fear, anger, not wanting, the creativity went out the door. Can you relate to that? Well, I want to speak hope, because I know what it's like to lose your voice. As I always say, different periods of my life, I've totally lost my voice. One in particular was when I was really working, really excited, working for a client. Hey, Julie. And boom, in the middle of it, my husband, ever the prophetic man, says, Teresa, you're losing your voice. I was irritated because I thought, what does he mean I'm losing my voice? I'm doing this great thing, getting this my client's voice out there, raising the stats, totally. I was just like, but I was do. I was starting to get my identity from that, and that's what my husband was noticing. He says, you lost your voice. I was really quite irritated. Well, you know what? About a year and a half later, that job abruptly ended. And all I can tell you is I realized I'd lost my voice. It was very painful. And it's been in the following years of finding my voice. Sometimes you got to find your voice by listening. And no greater person to listen to than the Holy Spirit. And to journal. Can I say that as an instruction that maybe if you feel like you've lost your voice, I would say listen real carefully to what God's saying to you. Okay, that's what came. 2 volumes of Listen to the Vine Dresser came out of that. And then I'm going to say something else that you might be surprised that I'm going to say. Use your voice. Yeah, go ahead and go for it and start speaking. It might be simple as your phone, looking into your phone and speaking life over someone. Because, see, you are walking through, or you have had many breakthroughs. Think of a breakthrough. Our breakthroughs are not for ourselves, they're for other people. Like my breakthroughs are your breakthroughs. I say that to the members of the Kingdom Mentor Academy all the time. This breakthrough in finding my voice was so huge, though, because it just hit on something that God was speaking. And he said, Teresa, let me drop some golden secrets, because there are a lot of people who have lost their voice in the midst of going through life, disappointments, trauma, guilt, shame, doubt, all these things that hurt our voice. And he says, let me give you some clues, Teresa, of finding your voice. And I think one of my favorite ones that God told me is, he said, what did you love to do when you were young? So think about that. Write that down. What did I love to do when I was young, or play gaming, or playing? I mean, were you dreaming to be the president of the United States, or your own corporation? Did you dream to do this? So when I was little, I just gravitated toward microphones. Don't ask me why. My dad had one that was attached to a tape recorder. I'd talk for hours into it, even though he told us to leave it underneath the bed. I found it. Growing up, I loved to pretend like my steps were an altar, and I'd preach and give out the Holy Communion. I was Catholic then. So you go back, and I started looking at that myself and saying, whoa. And then I was a professional golfer. Why was I a professional golfer? I mean, what was the spiritual meaning? Oh, I loved the game. I was good at it, but I believed I could use that as a platform to speak Jesus. I retired after 3 years in the pros and just put the clubs away. So what did I do afterwards? I became a radio announcer. Imagine that. Spoken to a microphone for 15 and a half years. I hope my story here is just like revving you up. And the technology today wasn't like it was when I first started. I had this bulky camera, and I tried to find my voice after I retired from radio. I tried to find my voice in marketing. I was studying marketing, and I just shoot video after video. One minute I'm teaching the Word of God, next minute I'm talking about a product, just trying to find my voice. That's my encouragement for you, because see, you have something very important. I challenge you to use your phone and just speak some encouragement to someone. If it's one-on-one, that's fine. If it's to lots of people, that's great. Get a YouTube channel. I'm not saying that's instantly going to spread your voice, but it will define your voice. Next thing you know, you find your field of favor, and you'll be like, whoa, this is what God has for me for. Next thing you know, you're writing that book, your voice. Next thing you know, you're being asked to speak, your voice. Next thing you know, the creativity breaks out, and you're creating things, whether it's crafts, or next thing you know, a voice comes into control. You can talk to your family members in a way that you never could before. Family, media, government, education. It's amazing. We need your voice in one of those 7 mountains. So that's my challenge to you. And I got a really cool offer. I'm doing a free webinar May 1st. It's a little ways away, but I want to tell you about it. It's called Redeem Your Voice. And I'm going to give some nuggets that God gave me for that webinar. I'm really excited. He gave me a theme verse that is so cool. I'm just going to wait till the webinar. But also I give you a free report that's also an audio of 7 keys to redeem your voice. I'd really love to get those in your hand. And since it's May 1st, when you sign up and get those at redeemyourvoice.com, I also, if this is dated, it might not be there, I'm offering a complimentary 30-minute, 40-minute identity blueprint call. And what that is we meet, I ask you questions, we try to find some solutions. And no matter what, you get your own personal blueprint and a 30-day action plan. I love that. I've been having them right now. In fact, what time is it? I got to be aware. I've got one coming up. So cool to hear people say, yeah, I want to redeem my voice. I want God to redeem my voice because I want to find my voice. I'm not a writer yet, but I want to find my voice as a non-writer so I can become a writer. That kind of thing. So redeemyourvoice.com will get you in on that, even in on an interview. But I just want you to know that you're so valuable, and I so appreciate you, whether you're watching this live or recorded. I so appreciate doing what I'm telling you to do, being able to speak into an iPhone, nothing fancy today. Being able to speak into an iPhone and speak life over people and speak your breakthroughs. I mean, I could sit here for an hour and talk about all the breakthroughs that God has brought my family and myself. I mean, breakthroughs in marriage, breakthrough in houses, breakthroughs in healing. Can I testify? That's what you're meant to do, is to walk in your breakthroughs, and from your breakthroughs, have a voice. You maybe never thought about that. Think about your breakthroughs. Okay, you're in the midst of one. Okay, you're still trying to get through some the trauma. That's a breakthrough story. Someone needs that. Okay, Regina, hello. So I just wanted to pop on here real quick before the next call and just speak that life. You're ready, you're ready, you're ready. I can tell you're ready. RedeemMyVoice.com. Check that out. I would love to see your face on the live webinar coming up May 1st. And then before that, a chance to meet one-on-one with the Zoom call, Identity Blueprint. No matter what, I want to get that free report in your hands, okay? And actually, the free report is something you can read, hey Pam, and it's also something you can hear. Because see, I thought, well, I'll redeem my voice, I'm going to write it, that's my voice, but I'm going to speak it too. Sometimes there's more power in that. So, yeah, you're so valuable. If I could just speak and look into the camera and just talk to you. You're precious, you're valuable. Your best years are still ahead of you. Disappointment does not have to take you out of the race, neither does regret. That you can rise up again from the ash of your crash and with Jesus go forward like never before. And that even that going forward becomes a part of your story that someone needs to share. So, action. Share your story. Be with me on the webinar at redeemyourvoice.com. And I can't wait to just share this one truth, this one nugget. There's lots of nuggets that I really believe will make sense to you, okay? I just want to make sense to you. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go on a live consult now, and I just thank you for letting me pop on here. You really are awesome. You know that. You are awesome. You're awesome. If no one else tells you today, you are awesome. All right. Oh, I gotcha. All right, Pam. We will pray and talk with you tomorrow. All right. I really do love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.